Well, my story with Christ started when I was 12 years old. My RE teacher took me to Wales to a Bible camp run by WEC, and I accepted Jesus into my life. I was amazed whilst I was at this camp at the nature of the Christians there. It wasn't necessarily what they said, it was how they lived. And it was the fact that they had joy in their lives and that they were always kind to me and to my friends. And they had such wonderful stories that they told us about what they'd done in Africa and South America, and stories of faith where people had read the Word of God, believed in it, stood on it, obeyed God, and they'd brought transformation to so many different tribes and villages. And even in desperate times, they told stories of how God stepped in and helped them through it. I suppose I haven't always been a good Christian. I've fallen away in teenage years like a lot of people do. But the bottom line of my relationship is that when I've needed God, God has always been there. And because of that, I've probably had a happier life than most people. It doesn't mean to say my life's been jolly all the time. It doesn't mean to say I haven't had the same pain and heartache as others. But it means I've always had a friend there to help me through it. I suppose at times when I've gone away from God, he tends to bring me back. He's brought me back in the past through other ways. I mean, I had a great deal of suffering a few years ago, and I was on the point of suicide. I got as far as standing over the sink with a sharpened knife about to slit my wrists. And God said, "No, there's another way." Then I could sleep. I hadn't slept for a few days. And he helped me through that particular problem. He helped me step by step. He helped me through tears. He helped me rebuild my life. And during that period, I sat down. I thought, I'm going to decide what I want for the rest of my life. We all make mistakes. We all have tragedies. Some people walk into church and they see all these smiling people and they think, oh, they're superficial. They don't know what I've been through. But that's not true. You'd be surprised at the stories there are in an ordinary church. Stories of failure, stories of broken marriages, stories of abuse. They've had the same problems everybody else has had. But the ones with the biggest smile on their face are those that have found Jesus, overcome it, those that have learnt to forgive, learnt that through forgiveness you become whole again. And it doesn't matter what your age is, you can have a new life and you can be joyful. And my main feeling these days is one of joy. I'm glad when I wake up and I see the sunshine. I thank God when it's raining. I thank God for everything that happens because I am alive and I have good brothers and sisters, and I know that God is God, and it brings me great peace and happiness and joy.